In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Reoon Email Verifier from creating an account, activating it, verifying a single email, checking bulk email verification, downloading results, setting up the WordPress plugin, and looking at the other important sections inside the dashboard. Let's not waste any time and get started. First, go to the Reoon Email Verifier website. Once you are on the website, you will see a text field where you can enter your email address. I will simply type my email here, then tap on the Try Now button. After that, you will be taken to the Sign Up page. Now, on the Sign Up page, you need to fill in your details. Enter your first name, your last name, your email address, and your password. The email should already be added automatically because we entered it earlier on the main page. After that, agree to the terms and conditions, then solve the puzzle to verify that you are human. Once everything is done, tap on Sign Up. After signing up, you can now sign into your account. Just enter your email and password, then complete the human verification puzzle again. I know this might seem repetitive, but this is just part of the verification process to keep the account secure. Once the puzzle is done, tap Sign In. Now we have entered the Reoon Email Verifier website interface, but we are still one step away from fully activating the account. Reoon will send an activation code to your Gmail, so let's go to the Gmail inbox first. Open the email from Reoon, copy the activation code, then go back to Reoon Email Verifier. Paste the code into the activation field, then tap on the Activate button. This will only take a few moments. A few moments later, the account is now activated. Alright, now you will be taken to the dashboard, and the first thing you will see is the Overview tab. The Overview screen gives you a quick look at what is happening in your account. It shows your remaining daily credits, your instant credits, your lifetime usage, and your verification activity. The cool thing is that you can quickly see how many email checks you still have left for the day. For example, if you have 20 credits, that means you can still verify 20 emails using those credits. You will also see a graph that shows your daily verification activity. This is useful because it gives you a simple view of how many emails you are verifying over time. This one is pretty straightforward, and just like this, the overview section is complete. Now let's try single email verification. If you only have one email address that you want to check, you can enter it here in the single verification field. For the sake of this tutorial, I will type an email address as an example. After entering the email, I will simply tap Verify. Reoon will now start checking the email address, and we just need to wait for the results. This will only take a few moments. Okay, now that the email has been checked and verified, we can see the result on the screen. The results show important information such as the overall score, whether it is safe to send, whether the syntax is valid, whether the account is valid, and other verification details. In this example, the email is showing as safe, and the score is 98, which means the email looks good to use. By the way, I forgot to mention that every time you verify an email, your credit balance will decrease. So after checking one email, you will notice that one credit has been used. This is important to remember, especially if you are verifying many emails. Now let's move to the Email Verification tab. This is where you can do bulk email verification. Bulk verification is useful if you have a list of email addresses and you want to check which ones are valid, safe, risky, or invalid. This can help reduce spam issues when you are sending emails or contacting a lot of leads. In this section, there are two options. Option 1 is where you can copy and paste multiple email addresses directly into the box. For example, if you have a list of emails, you can paste them here. After pasting the emails, you need to give the task a name so it is easier to identify later. For this example, I'm going to name this task Email Verification Trial. After that, tap Start Verification. Once you tap Start Verification, you will see that the emails have been submitted successfully. You can go to the task page to check the progress, but for now, I will stay here because we can also look at Option 2. Option 2 is similar to the previous step, but instead of pasting the emails manually, you can upload a TXT or CSV file. This is useful if your email list is already saved as a file. The TXT file can contain email addresses, and the CSV file can contain multiple data formats. One thing you'll notice here is the Remove Duplicate Row option. If your file has duplicate emails or duplicate rows, you can use this option to remove them. This is helpful because you do not need to worry too much about checking duplicates manually. Once you are ready, click Choose File, select the TXT or CSV file you want to upload, and then tap Start Verification. Following the same steps, Reoon will submit the file and start the verification process. And just like this, the bulk email verification section is complete. Now let's move to the Task and Results section. This section shows all the verification tasks you have created. You can see the task that we just submitted, and you can also check the progress. It will show the completion percentage, when the task started, how long it took to finish, and the overall results. If we open the task details, we can see more information about the bulk verification. It shows how many emails are safe, how many are role-based emails, how many are catch-all emails, how many are spam traps, how many are disabled, and other types of results. In short, this section gives you the full statistics of your email list. The good thing about Reoon Email Verifier is that you can also download the results. If you want to download everything, you can click the download option and choose all. Then you can download the results in XLSX or CSV format. You will also see a note that the verification files are only available for a limited time, so it is better to download them if you need to keep a copy. When you open the downloaded file, it will show the email address, username, domain, status, and other verification criteria. It also uses color coding, which makes it easier to understand the results quickly. Now, if we go back to the download options, you will also see the Export Safe option. This is useful if you only want to download the safe email addresses. Sometimes you do not need risky, invalid, unknown, or unnecessary emails. If you are preparing an email campaign, exporting only safe emails can help you focus on the better quality contacts. But if you want to include other categories, you can also adjust the export depending on what you need. Next, you will see Check API and Single Verification results. This page shows the history and results of email verifications that were done through the API or through the Single Verification feature. In short, this is where you can review single email checks and API-based verification results. You can also tap Export Results. This option allows you to download those verification records for future reference or reporting. This is useful if you want to keep a copy of your previous checks. Then there is Check Bulk Verification Results. This is where you can review previously completed bulk verification tasks and access their reports, similar to the bulk verification process we checked earlier. So, if you need to go back to an older bulk task, this is the section you can use. I know this might seem confusing, but once you try it, you'll understand. Now, let's take a look at the API and integration section. This is where it gets more interesting because not everyone will use Reoon Email Verifier only for single email checks or bulk email checks. Some users may want to connect it to websites, contact forms, order forms, or third-party tools, so emails can be verified automatically in real time. One of the main options here is the WordPress integration. If you already have a WordPress website, Reoon supports a native WordPress plugin. To use it, go to your WordPress dashboard. Open the plugin store, search for the Reoon Email Verifier plugin, install it, and then open the plugin settings. Inside the plugin settings, it will ask you to enter an API key. So to get the API key, let's go back to Reoon Email Verifier. In the API and Integrations area, tap Create New API Key. I will name this OneTest, then tap Create Key. After that, Reoon will generate a code. Copy that API key, go back to WordPress, paste it into the plugin settings, and click Activate Key. Once that is done, the WordPress plugin will be connected to your Reoon account. Now, inside the WordPress plugin, you will see two main verification modes. The first one is Quick Mode. Quick Mode is very fast and can verify an email in around half a second. The second one is Power Mode. Power Mode takes a little longer, but it gives a deeper email verification check. So in short, you only need to choose the mode that works better for your website. If you want faster checking, you can use Quick Mode. If you want a more detailed check, you can use Power Mode. After that, you will see the email acceptance settings. This is where you can choose what types of emails you want your website to accept. For example, you can accept only safe emails, or you can include other categories depending on what you need. We need to change this carefully because this controls which email results will be allowed through your forms. One thing you'll notice is that the plugin also supports different WordPress forms. It can work with many common contact form plugins, so you can choose which form you want to connect with Reoon Email Verifier. You can also add a custom error message. This message will appear when an email does not pass validation. For example, you can write a simple message telling the user to enter a valid email address. You can also write the message in another language if your website uses a different language. After setting everything up, make sure to save the changes so the plugin settings will apply. Oh, I forgot to mention, when the plugin verifies emails through your WordPress forms, it will still use credits from your Reoon account. So if people are submitting forms on your website and Reoon is checking those emails, your credits can decrease depending on the verification activity. Now, to make sure the plugin is set up correctly and communicating with the server, you can use the quick email test inside the plugin settings. Just type an email address in the test field, then tap the Test Email button. The result will show whether the email is valid or not. Okay, in this example, the status shows as valid, which means the plugin is working and the email exists. If you go to the plugin dashboard, you can also see your account balance, including daily credits and instant credits. You can also see verification statistics, verification methods, and recent verifications. This helps you understand how many emails were checked through your WordPress site. And just like this, the WordPress plugin setup section is complete. Now, let's go back to Reoon Email Verifier and look at the API documentation. This part is mainly for users or developers who want to connect Reoon to other software, third-party tools, or existing workflows. The documentation includes details for single email validation and bulk email validation. It also shows the API URLs for Quick Mode and Power Mode, and it explains what kind of verification details you can get from the system. I know this might seem confusing, but once you try it, you'll understand. If you are not sure how to use the API, you can check the official documentation or ask a developer to help connect it properly. For the sake of this tutorial, we will not build a full API integration. We are just looking at what this section is used for and why it is helpful. Now, after the API and integration section, we can go to the Credit History tab. This is where you can check how your credits are being used. It shows your credit activity, including how many credits were used for email verification and how many credits are still available in your account. This is helpful if you are verifying emails every day and want to keep track of your usage. Next, we can go to the Profile section. This is where you can manage your account details and settings. For a basic tutorial, we do not need to change anything here, but it is still good to know where this section is in case you need to update your account information later. After that, let's go to the Buy Credits or Subscription section. This is where you can add more credits if your free credits are not enough. Reoon gives you two main options. The first option is the monthly subscription, where you can get daily credits every day depending on the plan you choose. This is useful if you verify emails regularly or if you need credits every month. The second option is instant lifetime credits. This means you buy credits one time and you can use them whenever you need them because they do not expire. On this page, you can also manage your subscription, add credits using a code, and choose how you want to pay. For regular payment, you can use common payment methods like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or PayPal. There is also a crypto payment option if you prefer to pay using cryptocurrency. Since this is just a tutorial, I will not purchase any credits here. For now, I just want to show you where this section is and what it is used for. And that's basically how to use Reoon Email Verifier. We created an account, signed in, activated the account using the Gmail code, checked the Overview tab, verified a single email, tried bulk email verification, checked the task results, downloaded the results, checked the API and integrations section, connected the WordPress plugin using an API key, looked at the API documentation, checked the credit history, viewed the profile section, and looked at the buy credits and subscription options. And just like this, the Reoon email verifier tutorial is complete.